Well met, I'm Mint, and today I'm going to make a video about enduring the heat at Renaissance festivals because they are held in the warm months. They are long days, they are all days, and they go on for weeks at a time. Today's video. I just want to do a little disclaimer. None of this is medical advice. Know yourself, know your needs, know your limits. If you have a medical condition where you cannot handle the heat, get cool. Get security and medical. Take care of yourself first. All of that. The other disclaimer I want to make really quickly is that very little of this is historically based. I love researching and learning about period things, but this is more discussing a theatrical setting in the Midwest of the US. Today's video is going to have two different parts. Part one is going to be about things you can do in advance before the festival to prepare yourself and your costume to avoid heat damage. And part two is things you can do to take care of yourself at the festival, day of, in the moment. Plan your costume to include natural, breathable fabrics. If you make your own costume or commission a costume, you can have slits in the armpits or vents. You can build in pockets, places like the base of the neck for ice. It's good to take those things into consideration if you are able to or in the position to make those modifications to your costume. They absolutely make a difference. Don't wear polyester. Don't do it. Don't be tempted by brocades. Don't be tempted by rayons. Don't be tempted by polyester. No matter how shiny or cute or pretty, it's fake and will feel fake and it will trap heat. If you wear a flower crown, I think that is an excellent place to pack ice. I lose a lot of heat through my head, so it helps. If you are waterproofing a costume to survive rain days, do not waterproof the entire costume. Waterproof the shoulders and waterproof the hem, and that's because waterproofing fabric actually reduces its breathability, so you'll be good for one weather but more miserable in another.
This is a trick that I consider a full-on lifesaver. Since sweat is kind of acidic in nature, I coat the back of the costume jewelry pieces that I wear at Renfest with a coat of nail polish to keep the metal from corroding or tarnishing or staining my skin. And it also just makes them more comfortable to wear in the heat, I feel like. I also make sure that I always wear jewelry on a cord instead of a chain when it's part of a costume. Next, let me talk about some key items you can have on you to save you from the heat.
A handkerchief. Oh my God, a handkerchief is a lifesaver. Wiping sweat off your forehead, dipping it in water and putting it on the back of your neck. Carry a handkerchief on your belt, in your pocket. They were the status quo for years for a reason. They are so singularly useful. Even a cloth napkin. This is my favorite fan. I keep it on a leash on my belt. It is beats of heck, and boy does it make a difference. Delightful fan. I've heard mixed reviews on leather fans, and my festival prefers that we don't use folding fans because they're not the most historical.
There's also an item called a bodice chiller or a bodice cooler. I completely forgot to talk about these because I am not allowed to wear them while performing. But it's basically a little bottle that you fill with ice water and you put it in your cleavage. And a lot of people swear by them, and I'm sure they're useful. I just have no experience with that.
Be prepared for the temperature to change. It is going to feel different at 9 a.m. than it is going to at 3 p.m. And that's just something you're going to have to, if you have layers on your costume, make them accessible. Instead of having an underlayer, consider an overlayer that you can remove if need be. If you're visiting a fair and worried about the heat, try visiting earlier in the day and then go home when you need to. Laws I live by. Sunscreen before sparkles.
By which I really mean put on your sunscreen before you do stage makeup.
And water, Gatorade.
Remember to replenish those electrolytes that you're losing.
For every 2 mugfuls of water or morning dew, drink 1 mugful of nectar, meaning Gatorade or Powerade or something that will replace electrolytes and salts that you have lost. Sweating out. You gotta put that stuff back in. Way too often people go down or get hauled out or get sick from dehydration. It should be so simple to say, but drink water. Drink a lot of water, Gatorade. A pewter mug will get quite cold when you put cold water in it, and it's great to hold your wrists against. They get so cold. Another performer I know has to carry his with a rag. This feels amazing on my skin right now. Things to consider in the moment in the fair day. When you are already dressed in your natural breathable fabrics and you already have a pocket in your flower crown or at the back of your neck for ice, there have been days where it is so hot that pouring water all over yourself doesn't even make you look any different because you're so sweaty already. Because you're so sweaty already. So take advantage of that. And I mean, like, anytime you're able to stick your wrists in a trough of water or pour it down the back of your head. If you need to keep setting powder, lip balm, sunscreen, dry shampoo, if you are able or have access to a backstage area where you can keep those things, it will do a number on maintaining your look during festival. If you're a patron and you're just visiting for a day and you have to have everything on you, I understand where that is all more weight to carry, and that is not the priority because that will make you overheat faster. So it's kind of the opposite if you don't have access to a home-based area. Shade is the number one thing that will make a difference in the heat. Stick to it. Create your own with a parasol or bumbershoot. Check on each other. Check on the people you're with. Make sure your friends are drinking water. Make sure that they keep you accountable for drinking water. I am talking so much about drinking water, and I mean it so seriously every single time. Hope for clouds. Space your eating out into little snacks instead of eating a big meal. Don't drink alcohol. Like, there's 101 tiny little things to keep into consideration. Remember that you're gonna have to reapply sunscreen throughout the day. I shouldn't even have to say that in the video. Reapplying sunscreen should be so obvious. I appreciate you watching this so much. Go drink some water right now, and till next time. Wow. It's a nice day to be on a patio, isn't it? There are days that have been so hot where I have poured water all over myself and looked exactly the same because I was... Are you kidding me? I had all this time for free. 15 seconds. I had 15 seconds.